Namaste and welcome to episode 6 of volume 1 of the Paramacharya's Deivathin Kural. It's been quite some time since this episode was uploaded to the channel. Of course, there are many reasons and even more excuses for being truant, but the fact is none is valid. The idea going forward is to ensure that at least one episode drops into your inbox every Thursday. Please subscribe to the channel if you like what you get to see and hear here. In this episode, we discuss and reflect on the material and the transcendental, the one and the many, the little part and the whole, and therefore the title of this episode, One and the Many. The Paramacharya gives the example of the sun. The sun is one. For the entire solar system, it is this sun alone that is real. However, if we were to sprinkle a few drops of water on a smooth surface or place broken glass pieces and view the sun reflected in each of these droplets or in each of the pieces of glass, we will see, in a sense, many suns. So, therefore, are we to then conclude that there are many suns? And if someone were to make such a claim, we would laugh at them and accuse them of being delusional. It is this very same principle that holds for each one of us as well. The Supreme Intelligence is one and one only. It is this one intelligence that is split into many little intelligences that animate each one of us. Those little sparks of intelligence that shine within all beings are reflections of that one and only Brahman. That is the conceptual framework of how the Supreme and the Transcendental and the unlimited Transcendental and the limited individual are seen in the Dharmic landscape. This is what Shankaracharya called Tat Tvam Asi, that you are, in his commentary on the Brahma Sutra Bhashya. Tat or Tat, the first being T-A-T and the other being T-H-A-T-H, here refers to something that is located in a far, far away place, a divinity that is beyond the comprehension of most. Perhaps the English word that is derived from this Tat. I don't know, because there are many English words that are derived from Sanskrit roots. This divinity or transcendental energy, the supreme intelligence that forms the substratum and basis for everything that we see in the manifested world around us, manifests and shows itself in the many diverse forms that we see in the world. Although Tat means far away, far is merely a perception. Because when the truth is revealed to us, you would be surprised at how near it actually is. Because what the Mahavakya says is Tat Tvam Asi. That distant supreme being is actually you, or rather a reflection of that supreme being is you. There are times when we seem to hit a sweet spot, a kind of cruise control phase when everything seems to be clear and our intellect and understanding come together and we seem to connect to this truth and revel in the bliss and joy that comes from such an understanding. Then all of a sudden it is all gone and we are back to where we started. That seems to be the story of most of our lives. Perception and intuition are short-lived. Immersion and experience are real and long-lasting. If we want this bliss to last and perhaps become permanent, then we will have to hold on to something that is not illusory, but the very basis of all. Bhagavan, who is that supreme intelligence, is that substance or substratum that one holds on to. It is then that the pieces come together and merge into one. The unreal dissolves itself in the real. When the lone has lost itself in the alone, and the limited is merged in the transcendental. The transcendental is the one reality. All else are mere thoughts and dreams. The ancients have devised a pathway to ascend this steep summit. The transcendental is reduced and solidified into the form of a Ishta or Ishta Devata, a personal God that we can hold on to, worship, meditate, and contemplate upon. Over time, the Ishta himself, out of his own benevolence, shows us and immerses us in the ocean of the transcendental supreme. The Saguna dissolves into the Nirguna. When the Jivatman becomes one with the Paramatman, an eternal bliss descends. This is the fruit that Shankara has plucked from the Upanishadic tree and handed it to us. Then again, if we were to think of ourselves as fruits of that tree, it is important to realize that before a fruit becomes a fruit, it goes through many stages, from a bud to a flower to an unripe fruit and finally a fully ripened fruit. Patience really is a virtue in matters such as this. Hurrying makes no sense whatsoever, and one has to be patient till the state of ripeness is reached naturally and not forced. Trying to hurry this process helps no one because when the fruit is plucked before it has ripened, it is not fit to be consumed. Artificially trying to ripen it makes it tasteless and devoid of any benefits. Saint Ramalinga, also known as Ramalinga Swamigal and Ramalinga Adigal, was a Jnana Siddhar, someone who had attained Siddhi, that is, supreme accomplishment or attainment of the one truth. He used to often worry that the body that is subject to disease and pain would rot away before he attained to the realm of the transcendental wisdom. This is genuine fear. Because that which we seek to attain, that which is called variously as the supreme wisdom or transcendental truth, or Bhagavan, or ultimate essence, has to be sought, perceived, and realized within our own selves, located within this ephemeral body. This is also a valid reason to ensure that we keep our body in perfect condition, even as we seek to attain the spiritual heights of wisdom. This ends episode 6 of this podcast. Like I said, we will try to be a little bit more regular and hopefully there will be a podcast that will drop in on every Thursday. Thank you and have a good time.